Anita Sadoska.
Yeah.
On YouTube, she's a beach photographer because she lives in Bali.
Mm-hmm.
So everywhere's a beautiful beach, and all
Yeah.
the models love.
You have
doing
no
that
choice
shit.
but to be a beach photographer. It would suck to live in Bali and want to photograph penguins.
Yeah.
Shit just doesn't work.
Yeah. So like here we have a lot of up and coming bands, musical artists, dancers.
Yeah.
No matter what level person says I love your work, that means a lot to me.
Yes.
You don't have to be, a supermodel for it to mean something.
Yes.
You could be the everyday person, which I arguably appreciate more because that's who I like to shoot,
Well, you're not just making it for the model. You're making it for people to consume or people to give their own takes on it.
I don't want to be an exclusive photographer. When the everyday person says, hey, I love your work, especially as someone who focuses on alternative models, like, I love that. I love when an alternative model is like, hey, you shot so many that now I feel like I could do it. And I'm like, yes, like, you can. Like, that's...
Yeah. I think the industry is designed to make people think that they can't do it. But I was talking to someone from the project I'm working on.
Yeah.
She was a writer, and she asked me, like, hey, what experience do you have? And I just told her I've made short films. I've written, like, scripts that have gone over to 30 pages. Haven't done a feature yet.
Right.
It's gone from, like, scripting to producing and then editing. And she goes, wow, you're so lucky. And I'm like, yeah, I'm privileged, but also I think you could do it, too. There's nothing stopping you.
There's not...
She's like, how do I start writing? I'm like, you
writing.
just start writing.
Yeah.
And you got to stop giving yourself reasons not to write.
Excuses.
I don't have a good idea.
Right.
I don't think I'm a good enough writer. The only way you're going to get better is if you just do it.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if it's shit or not.
My first beach shoot, like a bikini shoot, I was scared.
And you don't have to show anywhere. You can just fuck
Right.
up in private.
Exactly. A lot of my clients wouldn't have even been clients had I not done a lot of shoots with their friends and stuff. So that was a really cool thing that dawned on me. I'm not taking credit for them or anything like that, but I'm just glad I gave them the opportunity.
Yes.
That maybe they can now hit up another photographer.
Well,
like,
you just help them realize that, yeah, maybe this is something I could do. Like, you've had models in the past who've gone on.
published
Yes,
and stuff like
it's
that.
awesome. And the first shoot they had was with you.
Yeah. And then that's always a cool feeling that I opened up that door for
Yeah.
them. And like,
You shouldn't say you
Yeah.
can't do anything to anyone.
exactly. You
I would never tell someone you can't be a writer. I would never tell someone you can't be a
and
filmmaker.
not only just because the expense that you might look stupid one day.
Yeah.
Why do you want to be that part of their story? I have a lot of people in my story of life, in my life story, that are on the negative side that motivated me because they said I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But it meant a lot more to the people that believed in me. And I'd rather be on that side of their history than the other.
I think if you put the time and the hours in, you'll see the incremental improvements that will keep you going. And also, if you truly enjoy it, you should just do it anyway. Cause if you enjoy it,
I decided that I'm going to stick to alternative and goth modeling because
yeah.
I realized, like, a lot of the shoots I've been doing, like, they're cool, but they don't, it's not what I want to do.
Yeah, it's not filling that hole.
Yeah. I truly love the darker sides of photography, the moody stuff. And doesn't mean I won't do brighter shoots, but, like, I have my own time right now. I'm taking a break from Instagram. I want to do what I want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't even have to, like, show anyone.
And that's the beautiful
Yeah.
part. I don't have to, because one of my fears is like, oh, if I post so many pictures of regular shoots, people are going to think I'm outside of my lane. No. Now I can just do what I want. And not
Doesn't matter.
worry
It's not a
about-
factor.
Exactly. And, like,
And you need to just listen
that
to
video
yourself.
I showed you by Chris Howe, like
Yeah.
the one about Instagram killing your creativity, I don't think it killed my creativity. I think it fed it to a point. But it did stifle what I was willing to do.
You stop making it for yourself.
Yeah, like, now I don't care. I wanna challenge myself creatively, and, like, I'm looking up headpieces and clothing and like, stuff like that.
The focus should just be on making yourself a better artist.
Yeah, and doing stuff that I want to do. Because at the end of the day, I think that's one of the reasons that I've gotten down on myself, because it doesn't matter if the picture is good to me. It's a matter if you enjoyed what you did.
Facts.
And sometimes I got those mixed up, where, like, that's why so many times I'm like, oh, I'm going to quit photography, because sometimes I'm just not doing what I want to do. And
it's
the
hard to
pictures
want
are
to keep
fine,
going.
You know, the quality's the same.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like, damn, like, I'm not in there. Like, my soul is not in that. And it can leave you feeling empty.
If you do something that you're not interested in, you're only going to get so far.
Eventually,
You're going to burn yourself out.
Like, there are places I want to take goth photography that, like, you don't even know. I'm trying to go as far as I can go with it. Because part of the problem of Instagram is, yes, as an artist, I'm careful about what I intake, like, creatively. But sometimes I can't control what I don't see. So if I don't see a lot of goth photography, I start questioning, is this what I want to do, or is this a plausible outlet? When did art become about that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When did my photography become about all business and like
No.
not creativity?
We didn't do this because we're smart.
No.
No, we're not smart.
Yeah.
We're not smart. You shouldn't listen to us.
No, but yeah, I just I've been digging like deeper into like gothic photography and like just the subculture itself and observing not just the outfits and the models but everything that goes around it, because goth doesn't mean you have tattoos and piercings. It doesn't even, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's not what makes someone gothic. It's about the beliefs, the lifestyle, wardrobe colors are often come with that, but architectural choices and stuff like that, the era, you know what I mean? All about like the late 1800s into the 1970s when it rebirthed into like a punk rock almost, like in London and stuff. Stuff like that I'm really getting into and just trying to just enjoy myself with photography. Like the
I
type of
think
shoots
as
do.
you've grown as a photographer, you've been understanding or learning more about the nuances to photography as an art form.
Absolutely.
You always had like people who do sports photography and people who do nature photography as like on the same level, but they're just completely different things.
Right, yeah. I've gained a new respect for all sorts of photography because I really only deal with portraits. Within the scope of portraits, you have so many, there are things that I still can't do. Dance photography is one of them. Like, people who shoot like ballerinas and stuff, catching them you have to know about ballet
Yes.
to, you know what
You
I
have to
mean?
know about sports to shoot sports photography.
Exactly. When someone dunks, you want to catch them full extension, eye at the rim. Like, there's a certain moment as a fan you want to see. So as the photographer, you have to be a fan.
You don't want to catch them on the carry.
Right, exactly.
You ain't gonna sell that.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna sell.
Like that was always the goal, to put a spotlight on creatives here, or locations here, or talent here. So when I can bring other talent into my world, this little home we call Staten Island, that's always cool.
It's kind of cool when you bring someone from Manhattan or Brooklyn into Staten Island, because then you get to like give them like a rundown of what's going on here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's a lot.
And which is a great icebreaker.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot more positive stuff going on here than the news says.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
A
No.
lot more
I always
positivity.
put on for Staten Island when I say like
Absolutely.
this place
I'm always
honestly
proud of where
isn't
I'm from.
isn't as bad as people
yeah,
seem
it's
to
not.
be. Yeah. Doesn't mean I don't shit on it though.
No, yeah, but we're allowed to.
Yes. No one else better.
Yeah, I just been focusing more on what I want to do, and I think as a creative, it's super important to like,
Filter it all out.
yeah, because you start to see what other people are doing, and I feel like I started to try and limit myself and be like, okay, I can do the norm, you know, because naturally I don't do what other people do, like fashion photography and regular portraits. I want to do the weird shit. But seeing other people not do that was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't either. You know? That's stupid.
It was never about doing what other people are doing.
Exactly. But I think over time on Instagram and social media and...
We get the dopamine rush of the likes and the DMs.
Exactly.
And
Maybe a normal picture gets more likes. I'm not proud of it, but they like it.
Yeah, but then the last feeling you have with that photo is that dopamine. And then it kind of makes you lose sight of what the problem really is.
Exactly. And, like, I also noticed that, like, the best part of a photo shouldn't be posting it.
No.
It should be when you're in the field taking it. And
Yes.
editing
No,
it and
the
making it
experience
your own.
of a photo shoot
Exactly.
is the fun of it.
Exactly.
Even if we didn't have an Instagram account, I would still
Yeah,
do videography and I
absolutely.
would still do photo shoots and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
And I think Instagram is wonderful for a number of reasons.
Sharing
Because-
it.
Yeah, because you have people who didn't know they were creative and now are.
Yes.
And that's an amazing thing. But
But it's not the be all end all, and that's what's
Exactly.
important.
Ironically enough, like a lot of the times, people who are like, "Oh, I love your work," and then like a month later will shoot, they get better work than the shit that they thought they loved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's even
well,
better
because you've
than-
grown as an artist.
Exactly. I grow so quickly as an artist because I try and shoot so often or take in, YouTube videos, studying the arts.
But we always say when someone comes to us with an opportunity, we don't have to get ready. We're already ready.
Exactly. Yeah, so I'm just trying to like take this time away from Instagram to like kind of cleanse my palate, reset.
Yeah.
Instead of kind of mindlessly taking in everything that's been shown to me, I can now reset my palate and be like, what do I want to do? You know?
Yeah, Instagram is its own world.
Yeah, and it's a great platform. It could be better, but it's a great
But
platform.
kind of fucks with people's reality sometimes.
Yeah, and it's not Instagram's fault.
No.
It's built for that.
Yes.
It's built to, like, make people have it as a part of their day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the goal, and if you use it correctly, that's great.
No one's forced to use Instagram.
Exactly. But, like you said, the likes can get addictive.
Mm-hmm.
It can be very egotistical.